trying to get on with creating your amazing future 5 years from now. You becoming the person you need to be is more important than you doing the things you think you need to do. I have a lot of graduates from the Infant Massage Certification Program. And let's say a goal is to have your own office, your own studio, where you provide massage services and infant massage. Maybe you're a prenatal massage therapist and you offer infant massage for parents to teach parents, but also to massage babies. You hold your license in massage, and so that is something you really want to see grow. So I want you to find the measurable things, the tangible things, and also the intangibles. And I really want you to think about who you want to become. What person are you in your personality, your values, how you relate to others, whatever comes to mind? I want you to write about that too. So when you imagine yourself successfully living in this 5-year vision, do you dress different? Do you talk different? Do you carry yourself any different? Are there values that you see that you would have that seem important to have for where you're going? Let's say you're not really good with the numbers, but you imagine yourself running this great business and being really confident with bookkeeping and knowing all the things that you need to know in order to be that successful business owner. So that would be something like a skill to learn, but also you would value confidence. You would value money management. Who you are is really important, like knowing what you're starting with, but like who would you need to become? And if there is any contrast in those two places, it's the things that you don't already have, which are what we want to circle and highlight in all of this writing. It's just like knowing, okay, I want to have this business on my own in 5 years with a book full of clients. But the things you don't already have, highlight or circle. So that goes for the measurable tangibles and intangibles. So we're looking to find the greatest difference from where you are and where you want to be. So I want you to take everything that you've kind of just brainstormed and you've written all these piecemeals, like just kind of put it all down on paper, different aspects of it all. I want you to now write about it as if it's already happened. So I am, and very present tense, but write about it in a story like. So it's not just a list, it's something that if when reading it every day or in 3 months from now or a year from now, you're going to read it and it's going to feel really good. Like you're reading something that it's emotive. There's a lot of things that either we don't have control over or we do, but they're going to take time. But the one thing that you have control over, and you can start right now, today, if you finish this whole first part of this and you are complete with the story version of where you will be in 5 years, I really want you to read that, feel what it feels like, and right now, as much as possible every single day, embody the feeling state of what that feels like. Your 5-year vision, it should be a lot bigger than where you are now. And there is no race. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And so you can stay at your job and learn all of the things that you're meant to learn, that you're going to learn, that's going to make you a better business owner. And you're going to have a lot more client interactions. Maybe you're not going to worry about how you're going to pay your bills because you're not in a rush to quit the job you have. You just know where you're going. You know where you're going and you're going to get there. And so feeling the proper feeling state, really embodying that is huge. But what I want to help you with in the meantime, like what do? Is look at that 5-year goal. And then I want you to think about some of the big things that might need to happen before you get there. So let's say One of the things is, you'd like to get really good with the books. Now, you might think, yeah, but when I get there, I don't want to do the books. And I've talked about this before, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but here's the thing when it comes to money. If you don't know how to do something when it comes to your books, and you just think the solution is to hire somebody that does, I believe everyone can figure out their money. And if you don't want to and you would rather hire somebody to do it, you are not giving yourself enough credit, you're not empowering yourself, and you're taking a risk that somebody else doing your books it's not a good way to run your business. You could still hire somebody to do your books, but learn how they are meant to be done. If you're an entrepreneur, I believe that you knowing about your profits, your income, what the bottom line is, how to make decisions with your money, like all of that is so important. So I do believe that even if you just want to hire somebody to do all that stuff, that's fine, but still learn how. I want you to take a good look at all the things that you've written down. What do you think makes sense for you to have happen in the next 12 months? What would you like to have happen, and what do you think would be the easiest to have happen? Do you need to be more prepared to get those things done? Do you need to meet with certain people? Do you need to have a certain amount of money saved up? Do you need to develop certain skills? Do you need to work an extra 10 hours this, coming, 6 months or for the next 12 months? So, okay, these things need to be done in the next 12 months. So I'm going to need to do these things so that those can happen. That's the kind of thinking I want you to do. So only looking at the next 12 months and then what needs to happen in order for those things to get done. When you have those 12-month ideas, the mile markers that you are pretty sure, like, these things need to happen. If I could just see at the end of this year, all of these things have happened, that's going to be a good year. And then next year, you'll make the same decisions, what you're going to focus on to accomplish next year. But really take it all the way back to 90 days. Because when you take it to 90 days, you're going to know what to do. You're going to know what to do today. You're going to know what to do next week. You're going to know what needs to be done. And then at the end of 90 days, you look at it again. In 90 days, when you accomplish really great things in your life, you're going to see things change so much that you might make different decisions about the following 3 quarters. So I wouldn't even break it up into what you think needs to happen over the next 4 quarters. I have found that when it is just a single entrepreneur, a business owner, breaking it into the 4 quarters isn't as helpful as just breaking it into a 90-day period of time with milestones within that time frame and nothing else. So look at the next 90 days and think about, what do I want to accomplish just in this next 90 days? I can do a lot of things in 90 days, but there's 24 hours in a day. I have time with my family. I have time at work. What am I willing to do? Again, that same question we asked for the 12 months. What's most accessible? What would be an easy win? What would move the needle the furthest with the least amount of energy? Let's say you want to get your certification for infant massage. So that might be something that you do right now, because you can just go on. You can get the certification, like our program IMC. It's all laid out for you. You pay $249, instant access. And some people complete it within 1 week. Some people take 6 weeks. It's a self study. And then you get the certification, but it wasn't something that you needed to, if you wanted another type of a certification, like find the event, go to a place, pay $5,000, Save the $5,000 first. Go to the place or put it on your credit card. All these things that you might be considering because you wanted to get this particular certification. So let's say that's what you wanted to do, but it's a lot more work, time, and effort to get that. And potentially also it might not move the needle forward as much as you'd like the needle to be moved forward. So it's kind of measuring it with those kind of those things in place. Like, is it a lot of time, money, effort, energy? And is it truly going to move the needle forward? Like, how much will this move me forward? So those two, we'll call those measures. So like asking yourself those two questions. And the best ones to put on your 90-day plan are the ones that move the needle forward the most and don't require a lot of time, money, effort, or energy. So when you can find those things that are really going to help you get to the next mile marker, whatever it is, and there's a way to do it, not really taking shortcuts, but just being really smart with your energy and your time. So when you can do that, you'll find that you experience these quick wins, and wins are motivating. Wins will help you keep going a lot stronger than if you spend a lot of time and money on something and then you get to the end and you're like, why did I even do this? This wasn't even something that helped me grow my business. So it's really important to kind of have that foresight and to really honestly be able to look at things that they might feel good to check them off your list. But if they can't really measure up to those two questions, then it might take a lot of steam. Like, it might just take too much energy to keep you motivated because, again, friends, we're doing the 5-year vision. And I am very excited for you because I know when you can kind of take a look at those 90-day things and then you know, okay, I'm going to do this week. I'm going to do this, you start the next week. I'm going to do this next week. If I accomplish all these things, I think I'm going to want to do these things in the 3rd week. But why don't we just wait to get there and get done the things that we actually get done? So when you're working full time, if you're trying to grow your business, if you're trying to take care of kids and improve your health, whatever it is, when life is happening and we're working on a 5-year plan, let's say some crazy virus hits the globe and it's a lockdown and a full pandemic. Let's just say something like that happens. All the best laid out plans that you might have in place for the next 12 months, it might not be that realistic. So it's really important. Just know where you're going, break it down. Just look at this next year and then only look at the next 90 days. What would be smartest to accomplish in the next 90 days? And then really just take a look week to week. You're still going where you want to go. You have an excellent amount of clarity and you're adaptable. You're committed and you're adaptable. And I find that those two things, when you have those two things and you can persevere, you're resilient, you stay motivated, all of that, you'll start to see things that actually happen for you because the universe doesn't need a lot of your action in order to meet you more than halfway. And you do your footwork, you do what's in front of you to do. You do the next right thing, the best next step, and trust that the universe has your back and you're going to find that miracles or doors open, things will happen for you that you might not have imagined yet. But because you're willing and you keep showing up and you're taking these small steps consistently, you will get there. And I want to hear about it. I want to hear about all of it. So in 5 years or less, I really want to hear from you and tell me, like, that perspective really helped me. That approach really helped me get clarity on my dreams. And then this happened. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And please tell me, what is the one area that you're going to be looking at? You don't have to get into specifics unless you want to, but please put in the comments, career, health, whatever it is. I would love to hear about it. Thanks for sharing that with me. And thanks for sitting with me today in our Beautiful You Healing Profits Academy show.